I recently came across this book, Atomic Habits, beautifully written by James Clear, and it's been a game changer, guiding me through the power of tiny changes and how they can lead to remarkable results. Today, I'll be breaking it down for you how small steps can lead to big changes. So, let's get started. First off, let's talk about what makes a habit. Every habit starts with a cue, something that triggers our behavior. Then comes the craving, that itch you just gotta scratch. After that, there's the response, which is the habit we perform to scratch that itch. And finally, the reward, the satisfaction we get that tells our brain, hey, this feels good. Let's do it again. Together, these 4 steps form a dance that guides our actions, creating a loop that keeps us coming back for more. Now, onto the juicy part. How do we make these habits work for us? It all starts with the small stuff. Imagine trying to improve everything you do by just 1%. These tiny gains might not seem like much at first, but over time, they compound into something amazing. It's like turning a dial up on your life, slowly but surely. The key is to focus on the system, not just the goal. Systems are the routines and practices that lead to those big dreams. By fine-tuning the system, the goals will follow. But changing your habits does not mean you have to keep trying different things. You have to see yourself differently. Think of it as if you're in a play where you get to choose your role. If you want to be healthier, start seeing yourself as someone who loves to eat greens and hit the gym. This identity shift is powerful because once you believe you're the hero in your story, acting the part comes naturally. Let's get practical with a method that works, the 4-step model of habit. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. Want to start reading more? Leave a book on your pillow in the morning. It's right there, tempting you, and it's easy to just pick up and read a few pages. Finishing a chapter, that's your feel-good moment. Now, what about the world around you? Your environment plays a big role in shaping your habits. It's like setting the stage for your play. Make it a space where good habits are the star of the show. If you're tripping over your gym shoes every morning, you're more likely to put them on. The trick is to make the good stuff easy to reach and the bad stuff a hassle. And while talking about habits, you must practice self-control. Self-control isn't about gritting your teeth and powering through. It's about being smart with your surroundings. People with self-control just make it easier on themselves to do the right thing. They remove temptations and set up their world so that good habits are easy to adopt. So there you have it, a sneak peek into turning tiny habits into big changes. Remember, it's not about overnight success or flipping your life upside down in a day. It's about those small, consistent changes that add up over time. Stick with it, have fun, and let's turn those tiny seeds into a lush forest of good habits. Stay tuned for more insights as we continue to explore the power of habits together. Chapter 8. Making Habits Irresistible. Ever wondered why some habits stick and others don't? The secret sauce is making them irresistible. Think of your favorite snack. It's tempting, right? That's because it hits the spot every time. We can apply the same principle to our habits. It's all about dopamine, the feel-good chemical in our brain. When we anticipate something rewarding, our brain lights up, urging us to go for it. So, if we tie a habit to a reward that gets us excited, we're more likely to stick with it. It's like pairing your morning run with listening to your favorite podcast. Suddenly, the run isn't just exercise. It's me time you can't wait to have. Chapter 9. The Influence of the Tribe. Humans are social creatures. We thrive on connection and often mirror the habits of those around us. It's like being in a flock of birds, naturally aligning with the group's direction. If you surround yourself with people who share your goals, their habits start to rub off on you. Want to get fit? Hang out with friends who love the gym. Their dedication inspires you, and before you know it, you're part of the fitness tribe. It's about finding your crowd, one that supports the person you want to become. Chapter 10. The Craving Behind the Habit. Behind every habit is a craving, a desire to change your state. Whether it's reaching for a cookie when we're bored or jogging to clear a stressed mind, our habits are attempts to feel better. Understanding this gives us the power to change. Instead of fighting the craving, redirect it. Bored. Pick up a book instead of a cookie. It's not about denying what you feel, but about finding a healthier outlet for that energy. Chapter 11. The role of family and friends. Our circle influences us more than we think. From the earliest days, we imitate the habits of those close to us. Our family and friends set the stage, but as we grow, we choose who we spend time with, and that's where the magic happens. Aligning with people who embody the habits we desire makes the journey easier. It's like joining a club where everyone's working towards the same goal. Suddenly, you're not just trying to change, you're part of a movement. Chapter 12. Reducing effort with the law of least effort. Our brains are wired to conserve energy, which means we naturally gravitate towards the path of least resistance. If a habit is easy and convenient, we're more likely to stick with it. It's why keeping your running shoes by the door makes you more likely to go for that run. The trick is to remove obstacles between you and your good habits while adding barriers to the bad ones. Make it easy to do right and hard to go wrong. Chapter 13. The 2-minute rule for beating procrastination. Starting is often the hardest part. The 2-minute rule is a game changer here. Want to build a habit? Break it down into something you can do in 2 minutes. It's not about finishing the task, but about getting started. Once you're in motion, it's easier to keep going. Say you want to read more. Don't commit to a chapter, just read a page. Often, you'll find yourself reading more, simply because you've made the start so easy. Chapter 14. Locking in good habits. And then we have commitment devices. These are choices we make now that lock us into good habits later. It's like signing up for a marathon. You're not just saying you'll run more, you're committing to it. These devices help us leverage our good intentions at a moment of strength to ensure we follow through when temptation strikes. It's a way of outsmarting our future selves, ensuring we stick to the path we've chosen. Now, how do you keep the momentum going and set ourselves up for long-term success? The power of tracking and accountability. Firstly, think of your habits are like a garden. To thrive, they need regular attention and care. This is where tracking comes into play. By keeping a log of our habits, we're essentially checking in on our garden daily, ensuring everything's growing as it should. And when we slip up, that's where accountability comes in, keeping us honest and on track. It's much easier to stick with a routine when someone else is rooting for us too. Tailoring habits to fit your life. Here's the thing, there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to habits. The trick is to customize them to fit your life perfectly. This means choosing habits that match your natural inclinations and strengths. It's like picking the right plants for your garden soil. When everything aligns, growth is effortless. Embracing the Goldilocks Rule. To keep our habits fresh and engaging, they need to hit that sweet spot, challenging enough to be interesting but not so tough that they become discouraging. It's the Goldilocks Rule. Not too hard, not too easy, just right. This balance keeps us in a state of flow, where habits feel more like a joy than a chore. With these strategies in hand, you're well equipped to turn your habits into the building blocks of a happier, more fulfilling life. Thank you for watching. If you found value in our journey through the transformative power of habits, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more insightful content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on ways to better yourself each day. As always, keep striving, keep improving, and let's make every small habit